The Mark of the Tartars. What is the Mark of the Tartars? If we look at the old flags, we see the griffin, double-headed bird, and we also see the owl, usually in some kind of a crest. And when we think about their architecture, well, I think, history has kind of portrayed them to be a little more primitive. But if we were to be hunting for a missing people, a missing empire, then I think we would begin by looking for the missing architecture, or perhaps a common architecture that would link these people. And so what do we see? What is the most common architecture found worldwide? Whether it's in dilapidation and complete ruins, or whether it was built within a couple hundred years, supposedly. And that style would be the Roman architectural style, what we call the Greco-Roman style. And this style is found worldwide and far beyond the reaches of Greece or Rome. And I've always found this fascinating, that this architecture is everywhere and we just simply take it for granted. And even in North America, we just take it for granted that, our founding fathers would come across the seas and erect these Roman-style buildings. And in particular, the pointy type of roof that we see, and also the UNESCO logo. UNESCO, the supposed World Heritage Site organization. And so, yeah, we definitely see this style worldwide. And whether it's in Mexico, and we see Roman-style aqueducts and buildings, and it just really doesn't matter. Corner to corner, we see this style. And so again, if we're looking for lost people, could this be their leftover architecture? Now, at the same time, when I see sites like or organizations, logos like UNESCO, and I see this architecture all over the world, I almost wonder, did the Tartarians or this civilization that was building this way long before our short history began, did they really disappear? Or do we see these symbols because they are still here? Now, there are stories of Tartarians and the Tartarian Empire, and I'm actually just walking my dog right now. I have nothing in front of me, but stories that I have recently heard, and they pertain to two brothers building an empire. And what we see is that one of the brothers had a son And he was to rule and unify all of Tartaria. But what he did is, at birth, they never revealed his name. But they never revealed his name, making him a secret ruler of an empire. And this is a very powerful strategy. I mean, it's not at all what you see in our ego driven culture today. Nobody would ever want to rule anonymously. People seem to thrive on that glory and power and egoic recognition. But this ruler ruled anonymously. And and I thought to myself, well, that is a really interesting technique. And could this go on? How long could this go on? Could you continue to rule in this fashion? And, it really made me question. And maybe that's, another topic, but I really see signs that these people, or perhaps a faction of these people, still exist and are still running things today. And we see these symbols and they push them in our face, actually. It seems like that's the easiest way to hide things, is by flaunting them, similar to the United Nations logo, depicting perhaps the reality of our planet or layout of it. And, I'll just finish this up with the owl. Going back to the Tartarian symbol, the owl is found in a lot of different places in our culture, but one, once again, pushed right in our face, is on our dollar bill. And if none of you have ever seen this owl on the dollar bill, I encourage you to pull one out right now. You might need a magnifying glass, or you might be able to use, something. But yeah, up in the top right corner of the front, you'll see a little owl sitting there, perched. And this is really interesting. This is, again, the Tartarian owl symbol, perched to one side. Although, well, I'll just leave it at that. But in any case, I hope this has been enlightening in some kind of way, and definitely leaves more questions than it does answers. But yeah, I want to wish you many blessings, and I'll see you in the next video.